Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time it is, wherever you're coming from. Cowboys Nation, you know the drill. Welcome to the Double XO Show.
What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the Double XO Show. I'm your host, Zach White, and with me, as always, my co-host, Cameron Michelle, and Mr. Oldhead over here. How's it going? Daryl Clark. Oh, for his number one fan. His number one fan. I love it.
I done did it too. Hey, look, tell Nick I feel like what's my girl? Oops, I did it again. I did it.
Brittany,
bitch. Nick, I did it again. I'm back up in this piece with headphones, player.
That's the way to do it. You gotta rock the old school headphones too. You know what I mean? It's just easier. It's easier. But hey, today we're gonna talk about Michael Gallup and Randy Gregory. A lot of highlights, a lot of talk been going on them around camp. And really I wanted to do this show and come from a point of view of if you could only keep one, who are you going to keep? Is it going to be Michael Gallup or Randy Gregory? And there's plenty to talk about for both of them, but let's just go over a little bit of accolades first. You know, Michael Gallup, of course, been here for a minute shining. Got the career stats. He's got 158 receptions, 2,457 receiving yards, and 13 total touchdowns for this team. I would like to see that touchdown total go up a little bit more, especially this season. But he's been a staple here for us. He's been a staple here for us for a while. And he's been solid, man. He's been solid. We can always count on him. He's been that wide receiver number two. And now that we got CD Lamb in the mix, I mean, the sky's the limit for this guy, for this receiving core in general. Somebody's going to get some love. Somebody is going to get some love. So I think he will be one of those guys. And you got Randy Gregory standing in the other corner. Randy Gregory, of course, we all know his drill and everything has happened in his career. Only 36 full games, 15 tackles for a loss in his career, 10.5 sacks, and only 5 forced fumbles, which is not bad considering the amount of games that he's played and kind of the low snap count that he's had. So he's definitely looking for a big comeback season. I think this is the one. If you're ever going to do it, it's contract year. Got to show up, show you can play. We want to see it. So I'm going to go with you first, Cam. If you could only keep one of these guys, who are you keeping and why?
I'm keeping Randy. Number one, because I think that defensive edges are harder to find in the draft. Every single year, these wide receiver class, it's deep. It's deep every single year. I think Randy, we've talked about, does he take a hometown discount? Well, home team discount. And I think he actually will. I think part of it is because of his mental. Like Marshawn says, you got to take care of your chicken. I don't think Randy wants all that brand new. I don't think he'd want to move to a new city and have that, and have to deal with those demons with with his anxiety and everything like that. I believe that we could get put into a situation, and don't get me wrong, if both he and Tank ball, I want to keep both of them. But if he's got that kind of year, Tank's going to give us some draft capital. And, he's due to hit us, what I just look up. He's $27 million on the cap for that season. So, do we wheel and deal? We keep Randy, Tank goes up, we get us a little draft capital and maybe a player, something like that. I hate to say that I think Gallup's more replaceable, but at this point in time, if he can throw up some yards and he looks good and people are coming at him in free agency, I feel like he's the one that's gone, and we keep Randy.
I like that, and I can't disagree with you on too many accounts at all. But before I give my opinion, I'm going to go ahead and swing it over to DC over there, Mr. Daryl Clark. What's your thoughts on this?
Hey, man? I agree with I agree with Cam. I totally agree with almost all of those points, man. It's almost like sitting in class and having that deflated feeling when someone's taking your answer. You're like, well, shit, what am I gonna say? So hey guys, how about I use my time to give you a word from our sponsor, wireless headphones. When you're having problems getting connected to your laptop, call Nick. He will work it out every time for you. Okay, that's my time.
IT Solutions. Cheers to that. So I'm kind of in the middle on this, and it is difficult, and it's not as easy of a decision for me. Of course, when you think about the wide receiver trio that we currently have, we're in a good place. It's a strong point of our team. Why would you want to put more capital, more money into that side of the ball, especially that position, when you already have an up-and-comer like CeeDee Lamb and you got Amari Cooper? But I'll tell you why. It is if he offers us a discount, if for the right price, which I'm not sure that it is. I think he's going to go chasing after that dollar sign, and I don't blame him for it, not at all, not one bit. But in the situation that we're currently in right now, we have CeeDee Lamb, and I saw a report from Ian Rappaport. He got that ankle surgery that we all know about, and it's still giving him some issues. So he may not even be a full go for training camp. Maybe hopefully at the end of training camp, we're going to kind of see how things work out according to Rappaport. We'll see. But it is a concern. But when you have Michael Gallup on the field, you don't miss a beat. You don't miss a beat. You still got CeeDee Lamb and you got Michael Gallup. You still got two damn good receivers. And it's going to make things a hell of a lot easier for Dak. So,
ooh, I disagree with you. I disagree with you. Big
tell me why.
About missing a beat. See, I
okay.
with you
Hold
when
on.
you say missing a beat.
Hold on.
Amari is a dude, bro.
Okay.
And I think CeeDee
right.
is special, but CeeDee eats. I think this wide receiver core eats because of Amari Cooper. When that dude is healthy, I think he's superior off the line, and he gets coverage rolled to him. I mean, he's fast. He's a route runner. I actually think because of Amari, Gallup is a skilled player. He's great. But 9 times out of 10, when those two are on the field, Amari's taking the coverage. Gallup gets your second best corner, and he's singled up. Amari Cooper, bruh.
No doubt.
Wide receiver god to me.
You're right. I'm not. In no means am I taking anything away from Amari Cooper and his amazingness in total. Okay, I'm just saying, from a standpoint, yes, okay, of course you're going to miss Coop, but you have a better chance at who else are you going to put there in that CB2 spot? Or I'm sorry, in wide receiver 2 spot. You're going to put Cedric Wilson. I mean, it's just food for thought. And again, I think that's going to be what it's going to happen. I think we're going to move on from him because he's going to chase a dollar sign. I think Randy Gregory is maybe more prone to give us a discount, but I don't know. Maybe he comes out and he has a really good 10-plus sack season, and it's going to be hard for him not to chase the money either. And we can talk about all we want and how we helped him out and how we kind of kept him here and revitalized his career and all of that. But is another question we have to ask ourselves, is Randy Gregory reliable? We know the weed situation was a problem. The weed situation is no longer a problem, but it's still in the back of my mind. I don't know about y'all, but it's in the back of my mind. Is that somebody I can count on to not be lazy once he gets paid? You know what I mean? Is that thought process not past you?
We need to go back and remember what he did when he wasn't playing. I mean, the guy was working at FedEx, and he was working out in a gym by himself. I mean, I don't think the Randy Gregory we have now is anything like the Randy Gregory we had, who was shell-shocked and smoking weed and didn't want to come out in public, kind of thing.
I'll say this, and I agree with you, but Alden Smith,
yeah,
I mean, somebody that he just kind of came back, and he's kind of back to some of his.
Yeah, but Alden's demons were way something.
And this is
that was and I don't think Randy Gregory. I don't think his work ethic, his reliability, because the guy. I think there's so many things going on there. The league doesn't even have the stance that it had on marijuana or weed, 3 years ago. I think that's going to be a collective bargained issue. I don't even think there's going to be a banned substance here soon. So. But that Randy Gregory, and why I think the base loves him so much is, look, man, unlike David Irving or any of these other you never heard him come out and be you know what I mean, really defiant. He
Right.
really internalized that, and work ethic wasn't an issue. It was reliability because of, you know, the anxiety and what he relied on when he felt that.
Right.
And I think he's overcome not only the anxiety issue, but I think all things work in his favor because even if it was, and by all accounts, I don't think it is, even if it was an issue, I think the league has softened their stance on it. So
Yeah, no, they absolutely
an
have.
issue for him.
And this is not a shot at Randy Gregory at all, by any means. Again, I wish the best for every single one of these players. I all hope they have wonderful careers and wonderful lives. I don't wish bad on any of these guys. I'm just, and we know Jerry Jones loves him, but I'm thinking about this from a business standpoint, a business decision. And to be honest, we don't know. We haven't had enough time to be able to see the full production out of him. We're talking enough to play. He's only played basically what would account to 2 full seasons and 6 games since we've drafted him in 2015. So we haven't got enough. We haven't got to see enough. So this is the make or break year for me. And I want to see something, especially if we're going to talk about paying you big money to stay here. So we need to see something. We need to see him shine, Michael Gallup shine. Somebody's got to do something. But I have to be the devil's advocate, but I do think that Randy Gregory is probably going to be the one to most likely still be on this team come this time next year. But we'll see. So until our next show, make sure you guys tune in. As always, like and subscribe. Hit that notification button. Keep those keep our videos locked in, and make sure to check us out. Hi, Nick. Bye, Nick.